I'm somebody who has experienced being somewhat of an outcast by my community. And my experience is a bit unique. It's not the same as what people are usually hearing, like, oh, they just never got along with the blacks and they became whitewashed. Mine's a lot more different. As a little kid growing up, I was always around a lot of white kids, but I still never had the problem of making black friends because I just wanted to make friends with whoever I could make friends with. And I always had a black homie somewhere in my life. For me, I never had the experience of never having a black friend. But when I'm around high school age, this is around the time where I still have a very pro-black mindset, and I've been into it for some years now. And when I would make friends with people, I always had the thought of like putting them on the game and talking about history and empowerment and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't realize that that was going to have more black people hate you than actually like you, especially when you're at that young age. Other black kids were calling me racist and crazy for just being for my people. And of course, these people would later on put BLM in their bios and they would act like they always loved being black. But I was the crazy one in high school. As I keep getting older, I started having this realization of how Black America really operates, and it was never something that I wanted to fit into. And it's basically a stereotype. I didn't have any interest in being the stereotypical black male into hip hop culture and all of that shit. So that alone is not going to attract a lot of black people. And if you follow my page, you know I'm into metal, things that are considered white. So another thing that doesn't attract a lot of black people. I'm basically just saying I don't fit into mainstream black community or society. That does make me somewhat of an outcast by my community. But going through that, how did I not develop self-hate or become a COON? The reason for that is one, I was always able to make a black friend somewhere, and now I can find ones who are on the same page as me. And second is I always had some sort of racial pride from a young age. And three, I don't like the state of modern black America. That's not something I even aspire to ever fit into. I'm already cool with being black. I know my own history, and I know other people who are like this as well. I have no reason to want to fit into that. Like, you don't have to aspire to fit into the mainstream black ghetto culture. You can find other avenues where you fit in just well. It's still a bit unique to me because I was taught to embrace who I was and enjoy being black, and I went on to learn my own history and enjoy being black even more. And there's a lot of people that weren't raised with that. That's where the real problem is. They're not being raised with any racial pride. They're going out into the world that hates black people, and that's how they see their own people and themselves. They have no desire to learning black history. To them, being black is going to be horrible no matter what. Subconsciously, they seeing a black outcast, being outcasted by the black community, as a good thing. This is why it's important to educate your kids and get them in touch with their people and tap into their history, or that's going to be the outcome for a lot of future black children, especially those that aren't raised in ghetto culture.